It's Joe Neely from joeneely.net. Got to practice saying my name lots and lots of times. Anyway, this is the Joe Neely Show. This is segment 4 of today, the very, very first Joe Neely Show. So if you've missed the previous segments, go back, check those out in the YouTube playlist. They're probably popping up in the right-hand column of your YouTube right now. And when you're ready, restart this one, because this is segment 4. In the previous segment, number 3, we talked about polarization. And now I'm going to talk about something that doesn't really polarize people. This will be a softer segment. It's all about little love and big love. Big love feels like magic. It feels like the voice of God. It feels like spirit or the great spirit or whatever you want to call the divine. I'm going to float between religious terminology from your culture, from other cultures. Then I'm going to dip into scientific language for a while. I'm not trying to take sides in that argument. I'm just going to use the words that come to me and expect you to understand that I'm taking a very agnostic but highly speculative glance at the mysteries of life. And the one I want to share right now is triggering. Little love triggers big love. Okay, how does that work? Big love, like I said, is the divine. It's the infinite. And it is triggered by smaller loves. Some of us use the love of children. Maybe a newborn infant gives us a magical experience. Some of us are triggered by the chemistry of love. People will use drugs that emulate the biochemistry that we call love, and people will have often, powerful experiences. Some may be positive, some may be negative. People certainly use psychedelics to have experiences that could change your life. I neither recommend nor discourage psychedelics. I think if you feel it, you should do it, and if you don't, you shouldn't. But there's lots of other ways. Some people sit alone in meditation, and they rely on that love that's within them to trigger that bigger love. All of that to say that I'm a different kind of person. I'm what I call a stargazer. I see the light in the eyes of love, of the people that I love. This is romantic love, love that's built off of attraction and what I call mental intimacy. Not so much physical and emotional intimacy. Those things are nice, but they don't trigger the divine for me. What brings me into the most magical experiences I've ever had in my life is being with a person. Sometimes talking, sometimes not. It's that energy of people liking each other, of people wanting to get physical and create emotional bonds. But it's that mental intimacy. It doesn't always mean talking. It can. Sometimes it means silence, or gestures, or physical touch. But what I'm saying is a little bit goes a long way. And for me, those energies trigger the divine. If you're a person like me, or you'd like to find out, maybe if you are, there is a place that I call the Starlight Academy. This is a spot where I go into great detail about all of this. It's my goal, my mission in life, to teach people at their own speed how to slowly work their way towards Starlight Satori experiences. I call it Starlight because we see the light in the eyes of love. And Satori is a Buddhist term that means a brief glimpse of heaven or a glimpse of enlightenment. So that's me. That's Starlight Satori. That's who I am and what I do. And I'm really curious if you would like to hear more about this concept of how small feelings of love, more common everyday feelings of love, can trigger larger ones. If you want to hear more about that, comment below and I'll expand this idea into a bigger and more structured lesson for you. That's it. I'll see you in segment 5. Bye-bye.